Dr. Subramanian Swamy, President of the Janata Party, is with us from Delhi. Sir, good morning. Great to have you here. Prashant this side. How do you see the political landscape shaping up, sir, with the DMK pulling out?
Well, at the moment, as long as the Mulayam Singh and Mayawati parties, the parties they head, with their 20 plus MPs each, are supportive, I think there is no threat of the government falling on the question of numbers. The government has the ruling party or the ruling coalition has a problem that at the end of this year there will be 5 state assembly elections, and all the reports are suggesting that the ruling coalition will lose all 5. And then after that, a few months later, the general elections are constitutionally scheduled. So they have that problem. Should they go to general elections after losing 5 big states like Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan and so on? In this present situation, because the DMK has pulled out, or at least so far it looks like they have pulled out, because I can never be sure about them until this actually is announced from the Rashtrapati Bhavan or from the Prime Minister's Secretariat. The question now becomes, in order to keep them intact, does the Congress party go to ridiculous extremes like trying to pass a resolution which uses the word genocide and so on? There is no scope for the government of India to get an amendment in Geneva in the UNHRC, because you need, out of 47 members, a minimum of 24 votes to endorse an amendment. And India, I don't think, has more than 1 vote, namely that of itself. So the American draft is a very reasonable, well drafted thing with with the necessary compromises they have made over the last 2 weeks, and it's an ideal resolution to be adopted. But the DMK has got a problem. They are in competition with Jayalalitha, who can swing either side, and they compromise, she will hit them by going to the other extreme, and if they go too far, they will say that, well, the UPA is sold out. So there is a problem there. So all said and done, the UPA is in a royal fix, and my estimate is that by September we will hear announcement of an election.
Okay, all right. Got that. Dr. Swamy, I'm going to come back to you. We've got the Finance Minister, I think, starting to address the press. Let's just cut across for a quick bit, see what's happening there, and I have more questions for Dr. Swamy. About starting right now, so we will, it's about to start, so let's just stay with this for a bit. Okay, Mr. P. Chidambaram, Kamal Nath, Manish Tiwari, everybody there, starting, I mean, I think the briefing should start any time now, and we will have comments from all of them coming up any time. Dr. Swamy, I don't know if I can squeeze in a quick question to you. So essentially what you said was that you see little chance of the government being able to sort of, give in to DMK's demand. Do you think DMK will come around? You said, you're never sure what they do, eventually end up doing. But what is your sense? You think they'll come around?
No, they can't, because they will get a big thrashing back in Tamil Nadu if now they compromise on fundamentals. They have stuck their neck out for the question of genocide and war tribunal for Mr. Rajapaksa.
Okay. So you essentially see no chance of reconciliation between UP and DMK, as some are suggesting.
Well, if they bring this resolution, then India will become the laughingstock of the world.
Okay, that's pretty clear. So it's not going to happen. I mean, one assumes that. And you say the government is in no serious...
Yeah, I think the probability is elections.
Probability is elections. You, somebody who said you see early elections, right? This isn't now going to be a midterm polls or anything. Elections are anyway scheduled for
Yes.
the first half of next year. What is your sense? Are we likely to, is this going to, even
Yes.
though nobody wants an early election, is an early election essentially the most likely scenario going forward? It's going to happen maybe 3 months, 6 months, end of the year. What's your sense, sir?
Yes, it has to be because, yeah, it has to be because Congress has this problem. No, they were already thinking what to do about these 5 state elections. And there was a very strong opinion in the Congress before this DMK crisis that let us go for election after the crops are in, let us see how the monsoon goes, and let us target October as an election date. So I think now this has only accelerated that, and this is the most sensible thing for the Congress to do to cut their losses, as anyone in business knows of the meaning of the term.
So you're saying that they'd want to go to elections before the 5 state polls, right? That's what you're saying.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. I mean, so politics in that way, Dr. Swamy, take center stage now, right? Many have praised the government for what it has done and tried to do
Yes.
since September 2012 on economic policy, reforms, etc. You think all of that sort of takes a backseat now? I mean, how do you think about that, sir?
Well, I think they were very bad economic reforms.
I know
and
that.
hope
I
it
know
takes
that.
the back seat and let a new government come out with some.
I know that, but my question is, you think they'd be able to do what they've been doing so far since September 2012?
No, now I think now they will start. Now they'll get into election mode. They'll not do anything unpopular.
They won't do anything unpopular. Dr. Swamy, thanks very much for your time, sir.